But when it comes to deleting the video, here's the thing. If you watch the entire discussion between Ethan and I, what points does he really even go out of his way to attempt to make? They were very offended by the statements. Here's the thing, I never directly made a link. Hila had a clothing line inspired off of children's clothes. They made the link into saying that I made them a pedophile, and then went even further to say that that also makes me a pedophile.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got like a stacked thing tonight. I was sitting here and I went, eventually, Cruel World Happy Mind is going to have her Stitch podcast moment. I was comparing this from the very beginning to when YMS talked to EFAP and they were having their really nice conversation and everyone treated them like fairly and stuff. And I knew that she would dive off and just start shit talking the podcast eventually. I was wrong about the time frame. I thought it'd be 24 hours. It was not. It was about a week. But I also knew there was something else happening in the background. Something I wasn't really sure was going to be funny. And it turned out actually to not be. iDubbbz posted a brand new video, and unfortunately it's not on us, it's not on Kino Casino, it's not on Ethan, even though he did kind of tease that it was previously. It's on Trump. Yeah, this was kind of a buzzkill, I gotta be honest with you. I don't really care about the politics stuff, so I don't know if this video is good or bad. I'm probably not gonna watch it, even though I probably would be like well compensated by the audience to sit through another 18-minute iDubbbz video. It's not really something that's interesting to me, so it's not on the docket tonight. I will say though, I did watch a brief part of it, and this is the greatest clip iDubbbz has posted in the last half decade. There's not many good clips, so don't get too crazy about it, but yeah, this is the best thing he's posted in a while.
This is not a dog shocking section. Do not make any claims that this is a dog shocking section. This is a dog shocking sectional. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Are We Having a Little Fun or Are We Killing Civilians?
This whole thing, even including that last part, is awesome. If I didn't know that he was actually like a huge Hasan Piker dick sucker, that kind of does take a bit of the punch out of this. But this is, I mean, this kind of feels good. I like this. The rest of it, I don't know anything about, but this was pretty funny. I would say that was a pretty decent, yeah. Now imagine if Hasan quote tweeted this and wrote place. That would be awesome. I need your reaction. Well, we got plenty of other interesting stuff tonight, but yeah, I saw this. Also for metrics, 44,000 views that we can see, probably close to 90,000 views that we, in total, because obviously the back end views go significantly faster than the front end views. 7 hours. I don't know if that's his worst video ever or kind of a 5 out of 10. It does not look amazing. I think this will probably do what other content's done on his channel, and it might get maybe 500,000. It probably sits around 350. If it sits around 350, that's catastrophic. So it'll probably break 400,000. So he's kind of sitting in the same spot. Nothing's really popping off for him right now. Still on a bit of a decline. And I wanted to find out what people thought about this video. So I went to the iDubbbz subreddit. There are 2 posts on here in the last 3 days. And 34 minutes before I started the stream, somebody asked why iDubbbz didn't go live today. They have no idea that he posted anything. I checked here. I don't see anything. There's no... Let me sort by hot. It's the same stuff. There's no thread. Nobody's even talking about this video at all. I don't know how many people are even active on this subreddit right now. There are 52 people who contribute weekly. I'm banned, so I'm not one of them. I then searched it, right? I went on here and I'm like, all right, well, I have to find something, right, to show, to kind of give like consensus. The biggest thread talking about the new iDubbbz video is Ethan Klein's subreddit. You want to guess what the second biggest one is? You want to take a shot in the dark here and go what the second biggest thread is? It's the iDubbbz hate subreddit with 86 upvotes. A grand total of 500 upvotes for this guy's new video, 0 of which come from anywhere that likes him. This is catastrophic. Nobody is talking about this video. I'm not talking about this video outside of the discussion around discussing the video.
Speaking of YMS, let him know there is a deer in the ditch I hit with my car the other day.
Damn.
By the way, here is 4% of what I have to pay for my deductible.
Thank you very much for your 4%. It's actually quadruple what Xanderhall makes in 2 hours. So this was just insane to me. The only people who are watching iDubbbz hate him. It's not the only people. I'm sure that there are people who don't use Reddit. Probably plenty, right? But the majority of people are watching iDubbbz because they hate him now, which is absolutely fucking vile. That is insane. iDubbbz was meant to release his new video yesterday. He didn't. The show was postponed, and I think he's going to do it while the show is live again. Well, yeah. See, even they thought the video was on drama YouTubers, and they thought that he must have postponed the video specifically because he wanted to drop a drama video. No, he's just lazy. He just couldn't post his 18-minute video on the release date. I don't care what Ian has to say. I don't care. Dude, it's so funny because this whole thread isn't even about the video. I didn't realize this. It's ahead of the video. The video didn't even exist yet. Everyone's talking about a video that could be better than the one that actually released. They never stick to it. They think this is a drama video. They had no idea what they were getting. That's so much funnier. This is the hate subreddit, obviously. Can someone explain why Ian thinks we want to hear about serious political takes from him? It's the guy who got famous for saying racial slurs and yelling out, "I'm gay." Again, it's a hate subreddit. That's what you're expecting, but I also do think that this is kind of the normie take on this, right? Do you really want to be judged by the N-word guy? Why does he use such silly music when he's trying to make a serious political point? Is it bad? Is it that bad? Oh, only like 16 ads.
Now have to come up with...
Showed me all over
the border means you're going...
I'm not hearing any music.
Deadly poison.
There's at a game that no one else is playing.
Is anybody not hearing any music in any of these clips?
People getting...
Is this the flute?
Serious.
Look, America is built on the idea of free speech. You have the right.
Sectional. And how in that hot or cold game, you can get a straight answer.
There's like no music. Whenever he talks, there's like no music in this video. How did I get to Gamers Nexus? What the fuck is happening? Stop that.
Did a name change. The reasoning is I'm going to be dark woke can use the...
Okay, this is it.
It's got to be the name. Possibly be any of those extremely realistic reasons.
What is this? This is not even like...
Possibly.
This is not an appealing sound to my ears.
game.
Yeah, we totally won those wars because of our name. Couldn't be the allies that we had. Couldn't possibly be the firepower we
Is that Donkey Kong? Mumkey Jones' music?
had. Couldn't possibly be the
The tips are parallel. He got so emasculated by his wife constantly going on and talking about Hasan. He's desperate to become him. It's funny that he went on stream talking about how nervous he was about the video and the reception. And his take was Trump is bad. Yeah, wait, we watched the clip. He's like, yeah, I'm really nervous that people aren't going to like my video. And it's literally Trump is bad. That's the actual video. I mean, I don't really know what people are expecting. It's the same as last time. I haven't watched it, just to be clear. I'm not making a proud fucking declaration as if I'd seen the video. But his last video was just kind of like BreadTuber's first video. It was just extremely dated, old, redundant topic that's been covered to death. Why do you think the Trump video would be different, I guess? I think he was making one on Greta Thunberg. I guess that got shelved. Dude, he had a fucking thing in front of him that said, we're going to be either making a video on Ethan Klein, Greta Thunberg, or Donald Trump. And he probably used like one of those little spinners
to you, Nick? I really like
to decide which one.
Why?
Thank you, fake name. I appreciate you. You're awesome as usual. Everyone's awesome today. Okay. Now, I didn't get the iDubbbz video that I wanted, but I did get another gift from God, okay? The scriptures had foretold this would happen, okay? I said the scriptures had foretold this would happen. Cruel World Happy Mind went live, and we're going to take a look at the video in a little while, but we've got other stuff to hit first. I will be playing a clip for it now, because I think it's important to kind of establish the playing field here. Cruel World Happy Mind went on a stream with Chris Knuzzler. I just gotta play it. There's nothing I can say that preempts this. It's everything I told you and more. This might be one of the greatest singular pieces of content that we will watch in a long time.
So also, I think there's sort of, I was hoping that there wouldn't be a misconception in terms of my interaction with Ethan. When I went on to the podcast with him, I felt like I had to handle the situation in a very delicate manner because I had seen his conversations. First off, it's now labeled as a debate. That's...
You guys hear that? Now it's a debate, guys. I didn't realize I was on there for a debate. Do you remember who said that? Do you guys have any idea what YouTuber went on a podcast and had a conversation with somebody that was pretty fucking fair and everyone was really nice about it? And then afterwards, like, oh God, I can't believe it. I went on there for a fucking debate. Yeah, it's exactly, is this exactly what I told you it was? Did I not call this from... Dude, I pointed to deep right fucking center field, okay? I called this shit.
It's now labeled as a debate. That was not how it was pitched to me. That was not how it was initially labeled.
Now, there's a reason why she's going on this arc. I was kind of clapping for myself, going, holy fuck, the YMS comparison is perfect.
I always do the possible.
But little did I know, the next thing out of her mouth is actually fucking ridiculous.
It was like a conversation with Madison Harnish, Cool World Happy Mind. It was never pitched as like, we're gonna be debating, or else I would be like, no, I'm not doing that because I've never done a debate before. I don't know how to do it. But also,
keep in mind, that defense is ridiculous, and I'll tell you why. She doesn't stream. This is her third stream. She doesn't do this. Or I think this is the third stream that I'm aware of, right? She said that she doesn't stream on that channel. Maybe she's appeared on other streams in the past. I'll give her that benefit of the doubt. But no, she doesn't stream. She does a fucking thing on her, like her response video is a live response as a person who doesn't stream. So yeah, I think maybe she would join a debate.
No, I'm not doing that because I've never done a debate before. I don't know how to do it. But also, in terms of going into even a conversation, I had seen him just like go after, you know, this
like when he was like fighting with Hasan,
sort of very attack mode on people, and them kind
of... Ethan goes gorilla mode every time someone gets on these fucking streams. He just starts swinging.
Get defensive or... You know.
The cat is cute. Oh, thank you, I Eat Crayons Every Day, for pointing out that she put a blanket over the stain on her chair. Thank you.
You know, kind of Frieza. And so I had approached it from a very... amicable, amenable, if that's the right word, sort of position.
You were weak and spineless, conceded all your arguments, and cried. Let's not act like this was a 10,000 IQ maneuver. All right, I have absolutely no sympathy for you, and tonight no one else will either.
Intentionally to sort of avoid that, getting into that sort of, you know, down that road. That does not mean that I conceded and everything. That does...
No, the part where you conceded verbally in every single point that came up, that was the part that said you conceded. Not because you came on and you were nice about it.
Does not mean that I agreed with him and everything.
Again, it was the verbal, that the verbal cues were there, you know?
Road. That does not...
Now she's going back and retroactively saying all of her concessions were actually not concessions. You guys don't even know, all right? She didn't concede anything.
Mean that I conceded and everything. That does not mean that I agreed with him and everything. Again, when someone comes after my research, I do want to genuinely look at that. Be like,
what research?
Okay, what can I do better? I do genuinely agree that going to the original source, I think that's just responsible content creation and something that I could try to do. That's something that genuinely, I'll just look at that objectively and be like, yeah, you know, I can always try and do that. Again, looking at the other side as well, it's like, okay, well, how many of those original sources were widely available versus on membership only platforms?
Well, actually, I have a perfectly good example for this. Why didn't you Google Ethan Klein JonTron? She's still defending the fact that she couldn't find any of this shit, despite the fact that you can just Google Ethan JonTron, and that saves a fuckload of time, doesn't it? I don't think that's trapped behind memberships. Dude, she is just back hosting the same position she had before, and she's looked for new, like, conniving different ways, I guess, to pretend she hasn't said anything else about it.
Okay, well, how many of those original sources were widely available versus on membership only platforms? Or
yes,
if I'm covering a subject, I'm not gonna subscribe to your membership only platform to cover you. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna do that.
Well, Nick, Hila Klein wears teddy bears. Brace yourself, that's coming next
as well. And it shouldn't be something but anyways, so that aspect. But when it comes to deleting the video,
there was tons of content that she could have actually researched. I'm not going to say that every single clip she was looking for is still up, because I don't know. There was a lot that was. This is a ridiculous argument to still backpedal into.
Here's the thing. If you watch the entire discussion between Ethan and I, what points does he really even go out of his way to attempt to make?
What? Wait, now Ethan never even tried to argue? Are you arguing that Ethan agrees with your whole video? What, you spent 3 hours there. I know your head's small, like your brain's small, and there's not much going on in there. I don't know what ideas are rattling off the empty brain that you have inside your head. But, like, surely you remember spending 3 hours arguing this video, right?
as far as proving that I'm incorrect. Even when it comes to the Gokinaru situation.
What? Her example is the Fupa Fund and the fucking, it's the Fupa Fund, it's the fucking, the JonTron clips, like the easiest ones to concede on.
He doesn't really show me that my stance is incorrect, even when it comes to.
Oh, how was that your takeaway?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
We
video.
watched this! We all watched it! You lived this! Okay.
To JonTron, and I'm talking about, I'm saying,
They literally sat you down, explained it clearly, and then you cried! Is she repressing it?
But when I'm talking about JonTron and how I had felt that he had kind of that there was sort of a mismatch of communication between him and JonTron, and he wanted
You played a fucking clip that was deceptively edited, and you acknowledged it. Okay.
a big moment on his podcast. I
Can
don't
I say something to you, Nick?
feel
I really like you.
Why? I'm telling you, I'm not the best judge of character ever, but I got this one right.
on his podcast. I don't feel strongly that his conversation with me disproved that.
So is this like a please don't go watch the conversation, just take
I
my
recommend
word for
watching
it?
Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Listen,
video.
I understand,
The
right?
lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
I know, listen, I know you can go in your script that you posted publicly and edit stuff out stealthily, right? And pretend it never happened. And I know you can
Can I
go in
say
your
something to you,
video
Nick?
and you can
I
cut
really
30
like
seconds out here and 15 seconds out there and 2 minutes out here and then act like that never happened. But you can't do that for somebody else's upload on a debate on a channel that you don't control, right? You can't just go here and say, well, that never happened because I've deleted it.
So that is why that stayed in the video. I did not feel like the conversation with him and I disproved my stance on that. He didn't bring up Jimmy Lee at all in our conversation on the podcast. Going into the only things he brought up were the
Okay, guys, we're gonna hit those main topics that Ethan couldn't really. This is, dude. I'm sorry. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dude. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna go crazy.
Rudy Giuliani
Okay, this one I'm not gonna go super crazy about, but it's ridiculous.
video, them saying they don't agree, them quote unquote main.
Oh wait, actually no, this is crazy. Listen to her metric in how she'll remove something from her video.
Rudy Giuliani video, them saying they don't agree, them quote unquote mainly Ethan. Fair enough. I'll take that down if you say you disagree.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
What?
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
She's repressing this conversation harder than me repressing what happened with Scoutmaster Kevin.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack, and I appreciate your $20, and that just threw me off. But what?
Them saying they don't agree, them quote unquote mainly Ethan. Fair enough. I'll take that down if you say.
If Ethan Klein said, I disagree with your position,
Mr. Oreo.
she'll just delete it from the video. Well, I disagree with your channel's existence and you should delete the whole thing. But that's the metric?
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
Respectfully, I
Nicholas
disagree.
DeOrio.
Okay, I'll cut it out.
Appreciated the shout out.
Wow, this is the most charitable
We already
person on the
have mold
planet.
Mondays. Now we have shit Saturdays. Honeybee, honeybee, honeybee.
Is this not
Is this
ridiculous?
really Wally?
I cut that part out because they said they don't agree with it. Oh, okay. Well, surely that's gonna go. I can't even preempt this. I just gotta let it roll.
They disagree. They were very offended by the pedophile
Nick just started
statements.
insulting me viciously on Twitter.
So she starts giggling, and the next sentence out after that is they got offended by the pedophile statements.
Fair enough. I'll take that down if you say you disagree. They were very offended by the pedophile statements. Here's the thing. I never directly made a link to calling them pedophiles directly. I said Ethan made a lot of...
That's so much harder. Big content strategy problems here, Nick. I'll help you maximize your money, all right?
Listen, all right? I never said... Listen, I never said... Oh, Jesus
About rape,
Christ!
and you're hyping up a dude
That's how
who
it's
has
supposed
a
to
segment on a
work.
show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Dude, this reminds
I
me
can
of a...
fix her, regarded and all.
Does
like
this not
Mrs.
remind you of
JF.
like a
P.S. Bang.
2017 anti-Semitic skeptic? It's like, listen,
I recommend watching.
I never said
Nicholas-
anything about Israel. I never said anything about the Jews. I just said those people control the banks. I just said they hoard the wealth. I said they have the hats, okay? I said for 3,000 years, they have controlled high society. I never said the Jews. I never explicitly said the Jews, all right? I just played, I put a menorah on the screen and I played the fucking songs. You know, I was just noticing patterns, guys.
Statement directly made a link to by the pedophile statements. Here's the thing. I never directly made a link to calling them pedophiles.
You compared them to the people who tried to groom you as a child, Madison. What is the other implication that you can draw from that? You're not a cryptic. You're retarded.
Here's the thing. I never directly made a link to calling them pedophiles directly. I said Ethan made a lot of statements about, you know, past pedophilic statements or, you know, joking to be a pedophile.
You implied his wife was like enabling his pedophilia because she sells merchandise with clouds on it. And if you don't believe me, here, she's about to defend that statement.
About, you know, past pedophilic statements or, you know, joking to be a pedophile jokes, calling other people pedophiles, making those accusations. And then Hila had a clothing line inspired off of inspired off of children's clothes through her own statements.
So what, are you going to say he's going to molest his kids next? Oh, that would be crazy, Nick. I'm just going to imply that he's a pedophile and get really defensive when he gets mad about it. Oh, that's so much better. It's my bad.
Her, you know, inspired off
generational debt.
And then Hila.
Yeah, she's doubling down. And the crazy part is, she deleted it. She is doubling down on something that she has deleted from her video. It's gone. The cloud segment, the Hila Klein thing, she removed it. Then she went on a podcast and told you why it's a good argument. This is the dumbest person that we have interacted with in a long while.
Pedophile jokes, calling other people pedophiles, making those accusations. And then Hila had a clothing line inspired off of inspired off of children's clothes through her own statements. And that sort of...
Hold on, my Godzilla hoodie is made for men, adult men, and I love it.
Of children's clothes through her own statements. And that sort of, you know, having those two, knowing that they're married, that he's involved a lot with Teddy Fresh, that sort of tarnishes the brand itself of Teddy Fresh and the sort of wholesome brand that it built, the artistic brand that it built. And I think that...
Dude, give me a fucking... the artistic brand it built, and then you pull this shit up and you start laughing at Hila's fucking designs.
That was the...
You're like shitting on her on the thing. Now it's like, oh, this brand has been tarnished.
Interesting aspect. They made the link into calling me a pedophile or saying that
They made the link, guys. Yes, I might have compared them to people who tried to groom me as a child, but they're the ones who said the word pedophile. I just implied it, okay? That's a them problem.
The interesting aspect. They made the link into calling me a pedophile or saying that I made them a pedophile, and then went even further to say that by me having plushies in the background of my videos, that also makes me a pedophile, saying...
If you think selling merchandise with clouds, okay, is like pedophile enabling behavior, then yeah, maybe you should get a few of those Ms. Kiff hand grenades out of the background of your video. All right, don't throw plushies if we can punch through your wall.
Ethan saying that I want to have sex with his 7-year-old son or something. I forgot what.
Chief, can we get the context on that statement, or are we just gonna read that one as
exactly he said, but something along those lines. One of the most strangest comments, like one of those, which I guess really showcases Ethan.
It's so crazy that she just kind of giggled through that on the podcast, and then she went on here and goes, Ethan Klein said that I want to fucking rape his... This is ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Let me pull this up. It was a poorly timed joke that Ethan apologized for profusely immediately for context. That's like the judge read from the Bill Burr section, skit or whatever, like that Bill Burr comedy special. I should have fucking pulled this ahead of time. Live, Cruel World, Happy Mind. Yeah, this is the one.
I just want to make clear.
Hold on. Is it a 7? Would that be the one that pulls it up? Notice every time I pull up another report.
Unprofessional.
Okay, here it is. Yeah.
Well, you were about not something more recent.
So yeah, he's upset about the comment and says this.
Other clips as well.
Do you remember what you were doing 15 years ago?
I was 10 years old.
You were how old?
I was 10 years old, 11 years old.
Oh, well, you were probably playing with kid toys. Pedophile. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Oh, that's not it either.
That was deeply unprofessional. I apologize.
I don't remember what he said the other time. That was the one that was in my head.
Klein's audience was, again.
So there was another one.
They made
that way. That was it.
Those leaps. They made.
No, I think there was another comment.
All of those leaps in logic, and then in one of those.
Yeah, that's a leap in logic. They're mocking you with the plushie statement. You're aware that's like mocking you, right? Because your argument was so ridiculous that it would apply to you. That's how ridiculous your argument was.
They made those leaps. They made all of those leaps in logic, and then in one of those comments on like Reddit, I think.
Yeah, there was another one.
Was like, I like plushies. Is Madison calling me a pedophile? And I'm like, what? I am the one who has plushies in my background. In what logic or sense would I be calling you a pedophile? Or, but that is, again, the strange twisting of logic.
We're like we're in a fucking, there's like a snake eating its tail moment, and it all starts with a horrific argument.
Logic.
I don't know how she's still navigating this horrendous point.
Pedophile, or but that is again the strange twisting of logic that he purposefully does of
yes. And it's his fault. She fucking smears them as pedophiles, right? With a very obvious implication. And if you're mad about it, it's your fault, Ethan.
Stating the narrative, as far as, and so I deleted that portion because I felt like it was essentially subtracting from the overall narrative that I was trying to discuss.
It didn't make my hate video as good, so I removed it so I sacrificed this awesome argument so my video could be looked at with more positive eyes.
Video. The last one I did was the leg scratch, from the legendary content crash out, who only clips.
Again, we were watching her explain how she thinks her content could be considered harmful, and she follows accounts called content crash out, which are just farming like influencer crash out moments, I guess, a lot of which are Ethan Klein. It's just so hypocritical. It's hilarious. And now she's like the legendary content crash out. She literally shouted this person out, acted like she didn't interact with them at all, and now is shouting them out again. The legendary. This is like a completely different person than the one who showed up on Ethan's stream.
From the legendary content crash out, who only
it's only Ethan
clips statements that Ethan Klein himself actually says.
And by the way, he lied about it. He said that content crash out had said that Ethan was on drugs in one of his videos.
I think he literally said that Ethan said that it implied he was on drugs, right? I know these guys don't seem to understand what the word implied means, right?
Content crash out doesn't say that.
They had a whole conversation like, what do you think this means, right? Wasn't that the whole segment? What do you think this means with the leg thing and the lines on the leg? What do you think this is?
Watch the video. And also that he said that Hila's...
That was like 10 consecutive minutes of their conversation.
Boss was a pentagram, would have been better with a pentagram. I don't think that
it was a comment.
It was a comment.
It was a comment in one of the
on Instagram.
Again, it's a
though it wasn't a comment on. I don't think. Maybe it was a comment on
interesting.
content crash out. Maybe it was a comment there, but I think.
But again, that creates this conflation that whatever comments are under a video is representative of that video itself. And if that is the case, then I would say you need to take a look at your own comments, Ethan Klein.
You literally pulled up all your comments and cried about them because people in your audience were saying they didn't want to watch you anymore. Look at all this harassment, guys. I'm getting so many death threats. It's like, yeah, I watched a lot of your content and this sucks. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. This is harassment and it's bad.
And your own subreddit, because there are people there that have called me a Nazi, that have posted photos of I photoshopped it with Auschwitz in the background. There are very horrific comments.
Good, fuck you.
And content encouraging harassment of various different people, not only me, Taylor Lorenz.
Maybe Taylor Lorenz should shut her fucking mouth. And maybe she won't get called out in every YouTube drama video. Maybe she should stop playing ball if she doesn't want to get hit. All these female content creators like, oh, misogyny, misogyny, misogyny. I'm treating you great. I'm including you in the drama. If you talk shit, you get hit. Welcome to the fucking fold.
Frogan, Denims, a ton of other women that
who are covering him, who are posting response content, who are engaging in the drama,
create content, that you have orchestrated different ongoing continuous harassment campaigns. And so I think that you would have that if you are trying to make the conflation that comments under content is indicative of that content itself, you would also be responsible.
That's what they've been doing to Ethan the entire time, bro.
But also
not that I even necessarily agree with Ethan's argument if that is the case.
But yeah, I think that's as far as taking that video down, it was simply over the fact that he clearly had a huge issue with someone zooming in on his leg as he's sitting here like that. I mean, genuinely.
Because the implication, I don't think she's smart enough to understand what an implication even means. I'm tracking this from argument to argument. Like, I didn't pick on that initially either. Just to be clear, I didn't pick up on that initially either. So it might be one of the more difficult ones, or I'm stupid, right? But like you don't understand how an implication works when you're kind of accusing someone of being a pedo. You don't get that. You don't understand how it operates here either. We're just like acting stupid for, I guess, personal gain.
Why are you?
Are you really this dumb? Also, I mean, why would you be like this?
Sorry, I'm not.
But you're also kind of unhinged, so I don't know.
I'm not.
Are you on drugs too? I saw your foot just now.
Wearing socks. Why are you sitting like this? Why are you that is my question.
Why are you?
And also in the video itself, you're telling.
Why are you sitting like that?
You're saying that someone's mentally losing it, that they're losing their mind, and while you're whining and crying over the fact that other people are saying that over you. That's.
I have seen 3 streams. I've seen 2 full streams, and this is the 3rd. You have literally cried in every single one up till now. Not like, oh, he's crying, look at him, he's such a loser. You have literally turned the waterworks on, and tears have been streaming down your fucking face at a 100% ratio going into the stream. How could you possibly insult somebody in that manner if you can't even go one stream without crying? We'll find out tonight if she's able to do it.
That they're losing their mind, and while you're whining,
guys, it's okay. She had 15 fucking relatives die between the last episode and this episode, and you need to feel bad for her. We have a tactical dead grandmother on the loose, okay? So you need to stop this immediately.
And crying over the fact that other people are saying that over you. That's my statement. So but those were the only things over the entire however long that we had sat down and talked that he had genuinely continually brought up and had some sort of discussion over that I could really recall. Is there anything else that he had shown me a full context in?
So brave to go on a fucking an allied live stream, be like, could anybody here name a single example? No, I guess I'm right.
Clip and disproved with full certainty that I had gotten wrong because I could not recall it. So
you're laughing. Her grandmother died from Sugma, and you're laughing. Okay.
Enough to where I felt strongly that I needed to delete it.
One of the ones that he's like, oh, you.
Hey, Ryan Beard, thank you for the membership.
Got wrong is the Netanyahu thing, but that's in a message. There's just, I kind of wanted to, I just like, I'm sure that this.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
Oh, by the way,
I really like you.
Why? I kind of just wanted for the initial thing to just be her. Chris Knuzzler's on the screen. I didn't cut him out of the entire video. When we actually react to the conversation later in the stream, because we're going to do the Teddy Glow stuff first, he's going to be there. This was not meant to be like a huge diss, but we got to get to the point where the shout out comes, and then we can move on.
Hold on. I just want to see if I can find where he talks about Jimmy Lee on this, because the clip of him...
So we don't actually get to hear what Ethan said about Jimmy Lee. For context, right? Jimmy Lee got accused of serious stuff and then essentially broke his way in. Like he has like snuck through or climbed through a window or snuck around somebody to get into the podcast studio and confronted them while they were
just
in
got
there.
Off work, so she's getting sued. Rig 50,000 years of EHD.
Dude, if she has capital, then probably. If she's just kind of another worthless YouTuber, then I doubt it. But at this point, she's just playing with fire here. Yeah, so Jimmy Lee kind of like infiltrated and got like in a confrontation with the podcast crew, not a physical one.
Just started insulting me viciously.
But
on
like
Twitter.
they weren't planning on doing a whole thing and he just shows up there and they start fighting with him.
Him talking about Jimmy Lee is very different because, I mean, I will just play the snippet of let me see if I can get this to work. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
And then he can't play the clip, so he's going to give a charitable read.
I can't get it to work. But either way, I will quote it from the transcript. Jimmy, this is why I didn't want. I was protecting
Nicholas
you.
the Goat,
yeah.
thank you for the $5,
which
my man.
was then framed as.
So, just to be clear, I have no idea what the context of that sentence is, but I don't think you can navigate this outside of the context being that there's a potentially hostile freak in your fucking podcast studio with your paid employees. You have no idea what kind of situation you've walked in. It sounds like he's being disarming.
Yeah.
But that is the most charitable thing I've ever heard in my life.
This was then framed as like Ethan brought him on to like hold him to account, or that
No, it's not framed like that. He like snuck into the studio.
he came on and like Ethan just, this was like one of his staff was. One of his
people are saying they didn't want to do it online is what, dude. It doesn't matter. I don't care what the motive for. What was it for? They don't have to issue a statement.
Thank you
right?
for the $5.
If they obliterate him in a live stream, that is the statement. No.
Staff. This is what Paige Christie talks about. If this happened in any other employment circle, this would be a very serious HR issue that someone who had worked with you, but also I don't know.
We need to take this footage and put it next to Taylor Lorenz and create like an army of nodding people in the background.
Know enough about this, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, isn't Jimmy just kind of a rat pack, not rat pack, like a whack pack or something? Like one of the, like just a guy who just kind of showed up. He wasn't like a tenured employee.
That Ethan never made a public statement about Jimmy Lee, who was someone associated with Ethan. And what Paige Christie talks about is Ethan exclusively employs people.
Which also, sorry, I was going to say, shout out Paige Christie.
This is just a fucking whole. This is a whole thing, guys. This Christmas has come early. I am very excited for what comes tonight. Shout out Paige Christie is my favorite. I love that.
Christie talks about is Ethan
amazing
exclusively employs people.
Which she's notoriously retarded as well. So I'm glad she's getting a shout out here from another moron.
Also, sorry, I was going to say shout out Paige Christie. She's awesome.
Yeah,
I love her.
Paige Christie was like, it's exclusively people who are friends with Ethan.
Can literally watch the segment. No, they can't watch the segment because he doesn't understand how.
He
doesn't know. He's not sure.
Know that the way to become friends with Ethan is to like get yourself involved with someone nearby Ethan.
So yeah, we're gonna take a look at this later. There's another clip here I did want to check out. This one I haven't seen yet. It's only 16 seconds long. We'll get the context later. But here's a clip saying she was regurgitated the tweet that made Ethan unfollow Frogan.
Another thing is, we have had quote unquote revolutions in the US. But when it happens in the Middle East, it's called terrorism. That's also something I think is.
Oh god, I can't wait to watch this later. It's gonna lean heavy in politics at some point, so we might try to like navigate through that because I'm not gonna be sitting here having a deep, interesting political discussion with you. But that is coming up tonight on stream. We're gonna take a look at the Teddy Glow stuff first. She needs another adjective. She needs a thesaurus. Even when she wants to talk about revolutions, does she not understand that acts of terrorism can still happen leading up to and during revolutions? Like terrorism, acts of terror have specific definitions. Words don't mean anything. Silence is what means everything, okay? Unrelated, I'm watching Rich's reaction to her original video, and I'm shocked that Rich Lux covered this? Nobody brought up the disgusting way she mischaracterized the Boston bombing video. I'm in disbelief and have no outlet for my rage right now. People were saying that Ethan could have gone even harder than he did, but I thought it was enough, right? She was sitting there conceding to everything. Surely she's not going to try to turn this around. Immediately does it anyway. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Play the full clip? Like the... Wait, which is the full clip? Like the whole stream? We're going to watch it later.
She started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Thank you! You guys hit the goal.
She's dumb. She's busted. She can't comprehend basic sentences.
So there's that one, right? Ethan, you absolutely need to sue Cruel World Happy Mind. Can I remind you that the night that podcast episode happened, the evil, hateful community, as they're described, was like, guys, we need to cut her a break. her 17th grandmother, twice removed, was killed in action while driving to the country kitchen buffet by by AI by AI love. She cried. Look, I'm not trying to mock anybody here. I understand, right? Not everybody's as bloodthirsty as I am, but I also saw this coming from a mile away, so I'm getting my licks in. Oh, dude. Interesting, you know? I don't know. Interesting, maybe. Guys, I didn't say anything. I just said it was interesting. Yeah. I understand why everyone wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt, but as a former viewer, I knew she was lying. She's not dumb. She has no problem talking shit in her videos. When I watched her appearance in the podcast, I came away with two impressions. One, Madison believes that Ethan is a pedophile, but knows she didn't prove it conclusively, so she hedged her statement. And Madison believes that Ethan and Hila support genocide of Palestinians by Israel, but only because I don't know if that's what her belief is, so I'm reading that. I just want to make it very clear that that's something that I'm reading. Not necessarily my take. I actually kind of disagree with this. I don't think that Madison knows anything about Israel, and I think she's learning as she goes, but she's acting like an expert, like most Americans are right now. I think the average American who's quote-unquote in the know on Israel just watched a couple of YouTube videos and regurgitated everything, which is kind of how people interact with politics.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Back in the day, all politics was I watched 3 Destiny streams, and I am now aware of the issue. back like 3 or 4 years. So I think it's kind of that, but now it's Israel. She thinks that she'll make bank in a GoFundMe. I don't know. People really can't scam these GoFundMes. There's only one person who I think has successfully done that. Spoiler alert, we'll be visiting them tonight as well. Yeah, she took zero accountability and didn't apologize at all when Ethan confronted her. She kept deflecting and trying to game set. The problem is, right? She didn't apologize, but she constantly conceded. And that's not usually a combo that you get. The I'm not sorry, but you're also right is not really... That's a rare chungus, I guess, you know? That usually doesn't come up. But now I guess she's kind of walked it back, so she's just pretended she's not done that. I had to stop watching the stream. I was getting so agitated. I'm sure DeOrio will react to. Well, listen, I always recommend watching and supporting the official release, even if these YouTubers suck, okay? Because I talk over stuff like a jackass, and you need to hear like the unleaded fucking mental illness that's actually at play. So yeah, I think generational debt to Cruel World, Happy Mind. Before we get there, though, I do want to show you the other thing that happened. This was supposed to be the main subject of tonight, and it's not. So Hasan Piker went to China, and then the police stopped him and looked through his photos.
Roger, you seen this? Oh yeah. Look.
What the fuck is he wearing?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like a scarf? Why is it like pointy?
What's that?
It's actually a Hermes fucking Versace.
Okay.
He's wearing the cone of shame. He can't even wear a sweater, right? Yeah, so this happens here. And then he kind of pops in and goes, yeah, so, U.S. cops are way worse than... Wait, really? That was his takeaway?
Whenever the police showed up, they thought... So, that thing that we went to, okay? The flag raising ceremony is not... It's not in focus. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. And I assume that they are probably extra attentive and extra careful about people coming to do some fuck shit. Like, there's a reason why, for example...
Dude, it's like China and U.S. shaking hands and... Dude, you know like the meme where it's the two really muscular hands? China and the U.S. both seemingly have large issues with a black population. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
There were Chinese nationals on each other's backs, right? But I knew that, like, if we did it, we would get called out by cops.
Dude, China's way better than America. That's why they made Finn so small in the Star Wars trailer.
Because, like, by and large, especially, like, the government is aware of, like, how they are perceived or how much, like, anti-Chinese propaganda exists out there. And I think
anti-Chinese propaganda. This guy is dangerous.
The older people are also aware of it as well, but I think the younger populations in China are, ironically enough, less aware. Like, the younger normies are
yeah, in the U.S. that would be against your rights. Well, I mean, they didn't kill him, so
less aware of the
name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter.
Everybody knows
Mr. Oreo
that exists, which shouldn't exist at all, obviously, but unfortunately does. and it's almost entirely
Listen, China's only cool when they do it to True Pavlou, okay?
Can I
one-sided.
say something to you, Nick?
Guys,
I really like you.
Why?
Entirely
I'm not biased. I'm evil. There's a difference.
designed by America. But yeah, we're white. So as foreigners in China at this like national event rather than an international one, where as you guys noticed, like they didn't have any like foreigners there at all. He thought he saw something on the phone.
What did he think he saw?
He thought he saw something on the phone. Like he thought we were like making a mockery. You know what I mean?
I think you were, right? That was the meme, right?
They didn't realize that we
So he saw something on your phone and the police officer just stopped you and fucked with you?
were swagged out white boys who love China. Are you being careful with your words? No, I'm just telling you like it is. Like they thought we were, they were being extra
It sounds like he really wants to leave China at some point, you know,
attentive to make sure that,
altogether.
no one is making fun of Mao or anything like that, or the ceremony. And that's what they were.
He's white. Well, guys, he is white passing in America, but he's also just white whenever it's like usable.
That's what it was.
He's a race chameleon.
For police to take a close look at foreigners to make sure that white people don't do stupid shit. Yeah, it's just it's a cultural difference, and also they just don't want anyone to pull a fucking Logan Paul or anything like that.
Yeah, but the culture, the part of the different, like the part of the culture that's different is bad. That's the bad part of the culture, right?
How was it resolved? What do you mean? We just like talked to him. We were like, no, that's not. We're not doing that at all. We're just here to experience the event.
I had to stop myself before I had an Asmongold right there. I had to clarify that mid sentence. Dude, the human rights culture differences are really pain in the ass.
I told you would end up in jail. You got lucky this time. Yeah, okay, calm down. That's not. You're being ridiculous. This is actually one of the things that I want to show Americans in general, because like,
dude, I came here to show Americans how the fucking Chinese police are so awesome, and they stopped me for holding a meme on my phone.
People have this.
But don't worry, it's not their fault, guys.
Like false assertion, false notion that it's people have
Yeah,
this,
why is he not talking about the genocide in Palestine?
false notion that it's like they will arrest you for a meme or whatever. It's not like that at all. Okay, calm down. It's funny because like I've dealt with cops at this point all around the world, as you guys know. So as far as like cops that I've dealt with all around the world, European cops in France, American cops.
Is he gonna argue that Chinese cops are the best in the world?
European cops in other European countries, and even Japanese cops as well. I will say that it's not even remotely up there. The further west you go, the worse cops get.
Oh my God,
the more aggressive
dude.
they get.
And then meanwhile, they go like this guy's whole politics is I hate America, and then they're like, no, you're lying. You're lying.
America being the worst one out of all of them.
It's just so blatantly obvious. This guy just goes around and lies.
The reality of the matter is, okay, like briefly being questioned by a cop outside of Tiananmen Square is the reality of the matter is.
Oh, did I mention he was outside of Tiananmen Square? That's so funny.
Okay, like briefly being questioned by a cop outside of Tiananmen Square is.
Yeah, I wonder what happened, dude.
It's a unique moment of stress.
Nothing happened there, I guess. Yeah,
it happened.
Wait, Hasan Piker is literally saying that nothing happened at Tiananmen Square. You can't make this up. That's so funny.
I don't want him here, thanks.
He's gonna go on stream. He's like, nothing happened at Tiananmen Square.
Right. But like, what is so insane to me is that like I'm a person who has had altercations with American police. I'm a person who's had altercations with police in European capitals.
This is catastrophic for whatever propaganda tour he was trying to run.
I've interacted with.
That's the worst place that he could have had to explain this.
Call me crazy, but I think Hasan has dead people in his basements to shield him from criticism.
Dude, he brought a couple of Palestinian children on the road.
Cops all around the world. I've gone to protests. I've been tear gassed. I've been pepper sprayed.
He had a rubber bullet whiz past his head. Yeah.
I've been, I've been stun grenaded. Like a stun grenade exploded in my head, like near my head, me and March's head, when we were in Los Angeles in my own fucking backyard. And it's so crazy that brief interaction of a bunch of like one, not even
because you went here on a little propaganda mission to try to make everyone look good, and then they looked bad.
A bunch of
course they're gonna highlight it.
Like one young.
You're not really sly about this, dude.
Chinese cop / soldier. I don't know if he was a.
Why is he one bad apple, Hasan? Why don't you call him a bad apple for us?
Cop, or if he was a soldier or not, like showing up to be like, "What the fuck's on your phone?" and like having like a 1 minute altercation has been blown up into this.
He has his own Tiananmen Square in his room. It's called Kaya's bed.
Into this much more significant thing. Like, I've been detained by my own country, man. Like, I've been detained.
Dude, China came up to him and they said place. And then he got on stream and said this shit.
My own country's Customs and Border Protection and Customs and Border Patrol.
What's the name of the
and
guy,
we're talking about like
your country.
Mr.
I guess he was born in New Jersey.
A cop coming up and being a little
by technicality.
aggro.
This guy's gonna run for president at some point. It's gonna be very funny. Generational wealth.
First and foremost, here's the thing, okay?
Isn't this detainment that he's crying about? Didn't he have a TSA pre-check that got revoked, and then he tried to go on the line anyway, and they held him?
First of the thing,
because that was what I understood happening. Was he just got on the wrong line because his TSA pre-check was revoked?
First of the thing, and
he's acting like it was like a political prisoner, like worst challenge of our time.
Things first.
I recommend
he changed the story. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but Hasan Piker's a liar. You know what I mean? Well, all these fucking people are total liars. So I don't believe a fucking word any of them say. I didn't even put this on the docket today. People like Destiny said that Hasan Piker had sex with a 15-year-old. Like, it's fantastic. That guy's crazy. I have absolutely zero interest in whatever input that guy has to say. If you're tweeting out about that just blindly, because you're like, whoa, he said it? You're retarded, too.
What does he say? Hasan Piker declares, I don't have any patriotism for America while streaming from Tiananmen Square. No, I said, I don't have any patriotism.
Guys, after like 5 years of laying into Hasan Piker for the brothel, like not just the brothel thing, but like all the other shit, he just happened to have this pocket nuke to pull out in fucking 2000 fucking 20. Yeah, okay, dude, I don't really.
In general,
I don't believe any of these fucking people.
Which is why I don't like I find it fascinating that the Chinese people do. That was my point.
That's insane. Hila's story. Okay, just an update here. We're gonna check out the Teddy Glow stuff right now. If you don't know, we covered it last stream. If you don't know, now you know. Essentially, a bunch of models got bullied online for working with Hila Klein, and they put out a couple of different apologies. One of them was more like, "Hey, I haven't taken a side or anything yet," and it was a bit nicer. The other one was more like, I am not siding with people who support Israel, and they dropped it, and it was a whole fucking thing, and Hila Klein was really bummed out about it, because essentially these people ended up getting like bullied into disavowing her and her work and her new makeup line that she was putting out. So I'm glad that spirits are up there. That's good. We're going to take a look at the that being addressed here. I think if I refresh this, I should have a timestamp. I do. Thank you very much. Here. So this is, I guess, the context to that, the response from today's stream. And then after this, we're going to take a look at the conversation that Cruel World Happy Mind at Quam had.
Talking about?
Yes.
There's some people that we feel acted inappropriate.
And it's so pathetic. If you haven't seen these comments that were put up, they are so fucking pathetic. And as usual, all right, this is a hate-inclusive zone, all right? Please do not go and harass any individual that I talk about, that they talk about, that pop up, even someone who said something really stupid. Hey, listen, if you want to help them out,
just started insulting
thank you.
Me viciously on Twitter.
1 second.
Can we bring back the Fupa Fund to sue Cruel World Happy Mind?
If you want to go send some hateful comment or even a nice comment out, it's just going to get considered harassment and written off like all the other ones, right? But like, just say the thing in my chat, all right? Just type it in here, all right? It saves everybody a lot of trouble. If you got something mean to say, just type it right in the chat. Otherwise, we're just going to get blamed for being vicious harassers anyway, even if you have good intentions.
Appropriately and cruelly against us, but they're at the same time also just, you know...
Wait, oh my god, Frogan's literally lying. Still lying! She's still lying to her audience on social media. Alright, I'm breaking my rule. I'm gonna quote... I can't quote tweet this. But fuck me, dude! I just went on this whole rant, but this is insane! This is crazy! So Frogan just quote tweets Twitch and says the whole community note is crazy. Remember when I was banned for a whole month after this and Twitch didn't communicate with me at all? You were banned for the fucking tier list! It is so obvious that ban had absolutely nothing to do with this. She's actually lying right now on fucking Twitter about this tweet. That's insane. Thank you, Smaggle, for sending this to me. But yeah, no, the ban, this is a complete fucking, like, fabrication. The ban was for the Arab to Jew tier list at TwitchCon, which is a ban, by the way, I disagree with. I think that that event was okayed by TwitchCon. Why should they ban the people who hosted it if they allowed them to do it? You don't get to just show up to TwitchCon and do whatever the fuck you want, right? They knew about this fucking Sabra Arab to Jew tier list, and they went through and they banned the participants of it for 10 days or a month, depending on who you were, I believe, right? Frogan getting the longest ban, but it has nothing to do with her veteran take. Her veteran take went completely unregulated.
Private, well, they're models, but like they're not internet people.
Yeah, the person who was approving of the panel should have been fired. That I agree with.
In the same way we are. So, and anyway, just that doesn't help anything. Your support has been extraordinarily appreciated. But anyway, I just want to say for the record, please do not go to any of these people and message.
I wrote something on there. I think I mentioned this even on last stream, but people were posting on the H3 subreddit these kind words that they were saying to try to like explain it to the artist. And it's like, I'm reading this. I know that you don't have malintent, but you're writing 400 characters at somebody who just got bullied into saying that they don't love Israel and that they're like super pro-Palestine. I don't think they care. I think they're just doing this because they think they're not going to get work if everyone online hates them. And they got bullied into making the statement to begin with. And they're probably getting 50 DMs an hour, and yours is not being read. You're just getting lumped in with all the people who are sending the mean comments. They don't care. But I understand the intention was probably not bad. I would just never do that.
Them or comment on their stuff.
I know that when I'm getting a lot of hate online, all right, and somebody sends me a constructive post telling me in 7,000 characters how to do things better, I am not in a criticism accepting mood. When the other messages are, here is where you live or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's just something that I personally, I don't know.
To don't try to speculate. Like, if you're not sure who did what or who said what, don't try to speculate and message the ones that to find out or anything like that. Because I've heard from like.
So Hila's pointing out here that one of these people actually specifically reached out. Well, I'm sorry, Hila reached out to them after and they wrote a kind word. Not all of these people are extremely evil and mean. I think the first comment was, I don't know, it was fine. Ethan didn't like it, but it wasn't really the worst one ever. This is the insane one.
Do amazing looks.
You know what's funny? There's like a snark makeup.
Well, that's the funny thing. Someone's insulting the makeup in the chat right now, but even the snark people think it's good. They were saying that they lied about the makeup, that it couldn't possibly look that good. It's not off of any of the templates.
Guru subreddit?
Yeah.
So they just totally ate shit on that.
I'm hearing now from everybody that Reddit is now suggesting to them like crazy.
Including myself.
But obviously the snark people were being super mean to Hila about everything. And I don't take it
they cell phone
seriously because they're snarkers, but there was one comment I thought was actually a sneak compliment. They said, and by the way, there's no way that they actually used the palette to do these looks.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I was like, they did.
Like, why would you walk into a wall like that?
So
that is a massive compliment.
I was like, hell yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah, idiots, right? So here's the post.
So it started with this post, and then I don't know how much to go into the things, but like it's been a while now that I kind of work with people and we don't tag people because of the harassment that everybody that works with me ends up getting.
Yeah, it's been like that for a long time.
And again, there's no way to check this stuff, right? I'm speaking to a broken record. Everyone seems to, like, it's the quiet part that nobody says out loud. Ethan's bad when he reads a comment because it has a username in it and then that person gets hate. But like, there's obviously a wave of people who are contacting people who work with Ethan and Hila, but they're just not large YouTube influencers. So when they get people to drop, all they're good for is proving damages in lawsuits. Oh wait. Oh my God, wait. Oh. Yeah, listen, I think that this is in some ways a blessing in disguise if they're going to continue going forward with these lawsuits, because comments like this are exactly how Billy Mitchell won his case against Karl Jobst. We have people flat out saying that these comments are the reasons why they are disavowing their merch deals and damaging the brand.
We've stopped tagging people, and then I noticed...
there are positives to come from these negatives.
The makeup artist that we worked with, I noticed at some point after we posted that in their story, they shared this and said something like...
So here's the first one.
Well, I tried to explain it last time. The pressure these two are on is insane. People don't realize. Fuck punching down. That's not even my point. You guys remember Review Tech USA before he was a crazy lol cow with a Dropbox that had weird pictures of his fucking... Not going to get into it. Kino Casino has covered it a lot. Rich is like a crazy lol cow now. But he really wasn't 10 years ago when I was watching him, even in high school. And after that, when I was in college, I was watching his videos talking about GameStop. But he got into a few controversies pretty early on with some toxic fucking people. He got into the Big Cheese Crusaders incident. You don't really need to know all the ins and outs. But these guys like Review Hell USA were created. Which, again, some of these YouTube channels, these clip channels are like kind of, you know, they're not operating on Reddit, but they're doing the same thing that these snark like Reddit subreddits and stuff do, right? You know? And what they were doing, right, is every time that Review Tech USA would get an advertiser, a sponsor on his platform, they would en masse bomb the sponsor, not like literally, but they would just send all. And again, there's what are you going to hold Review Tech USA, or sorry, Review Hell USA to account for this? How do you even navigate this? As a content creator, you have no recourse if people just contact every sponsor and say absolutely outrageous shit. And this is before the Keemstar, G Fuel, Ethan Klein sponsor war, blah, 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 blah. This has been happening for over a decade. And that was what he was dealing with. I remember Review Tech USA got invited to a convention, and one of these trolls put out a assassination threat on the convention on Rich for attending. So they just fucking threw him out of the thing. He got like an uninvite to a convention that he was scheduled to go to, because a troll threatened to assassinate him at the event. So yeah, when Ethan Klein pulls up a username, he could be held to account for that, I guess. But like, these guys are super underhanded. They're doing it all the time. There's no recourse. There's nothing you as a creator can do except not talk about it. But if they decide to continue anyway, you're fucked.
Are you managing diabetes? Lower your A1C.
I think we're okay.
Without finger sticks. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor. Shut up.
That's what they said?
Do I look diabetic to you?
That's not the first one. Oh, it is the first one. Sorry.
So you want to explain what you're looking at here?
That's so the makeup artist. He
Shout out to my assists though. They did their biggest one.
had 2 assistants.
Okay.
And then so he was given a shout out to one of the assistants, or to both of them, who did these looks, because he did other looks.
Yeah.
The assistants did these 2.
Okay.
He was given a shout out for them, and I was just going through his stories, and I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, so he shared it, so good luck for all of us. And then I keep going through his stories, and I get to the next story.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
He was spilling her drink all over the place.
Yeah, so this is the first one that came in here.
And there.
I'm not sure who this person was, but this isn't as egregious as the others. I don't stand with any government or force that thrives on oppression. I stand with liberation and safety of all people living under oppression. My art, my voice will always belong to those fighting to live freely and without fear. That's who I create for. That's where my heart stays. Apologies to anyone I've hurt or offended. So the majority of this just sounds like I'm not taking a side. The last sentence says like, I'm sorry I worked with Jews, or I'm sorry I worked with somebody who was in the IDF. And then that's just kind of like, oh, okay, so you're conceding. But this one, like, most of this seems fine. Ethan had an issue with it. Hila didn't seem to have as much of an issue with it. If anything, I don't know how big of a story this would be if this was the only one.
Few stories after he
It is cowardly. It's absolutely cowardly.
So who posted this? Him?
Him.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, yeah. Makes
So I'll read it.
Yeah, the mental fortitude to make a statement this fucking...
He goes, I don't stand with any government or force that thrives on oppression. I stand with the liberation and safety of all people.
I just want to make a fucking statement right now. I don't care who gets offended by it, but I think that Hitler was wrong. Yeah. If you're going to leave, leave. That's perfectly fine with me, all right? But I think that Hitler was kind of a bad guy. Actually, I'd go even further to say that he was a really fucking bad guy, all right? Go run, hide if you have to, all right? Yeah. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Oh, guys, nuclear take here. I think that slavery should have ended sooner.
Under oppression. Truly a brave stance, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, I want to also make it clear that after I saw that, I texted him, because he's the one that I actually have a phone number of. The rest I don't. I texted him and I was like, I gave him my perspective on everything, and he did send me a really nice message back.
That's good.
That, he's not like ashamed of what we've done together, or he's not.
He didn't erase his stuff as far as I saw.
He never posted it. It's
I
just
never
one
posted
story.
It was just a story.
But I think he sent me a.
Yeah, you can't erase the I didn't understand what she meant by that. I saw this part briefly because of obviously the clip we're about to see in a second. But you can't erase a story. It's up for 24 hours. It deletes itself, you know? It's gone.
Really nice message. So
unless you save it, I guess, to the story folder.
I just want to make that clear. I don't want this to become a witch hunt on anybody.
I found out you can retweet things on Instagram now. I don't know why, but I want to start retweeting all the videos of like the AI animals attacking like elderly grandparents who open the door. Have you seen those videos? Where like it's like, oh, what a cute little dog, and like a fire hydrant hose amount of water comes out of the dog's mouth and blows the wall off the house or something. Those are insane. Or like the old woman opens the door and it's like, what is this B-52 bomber doing outside? Get out of here! And she hits it with a cane.
Well, it's also worth acknowledging on the other hand that
Yeah, the cat with a gun answers the door.
I understand how scary it is when you get mobbed by a bunch of.
I'm sorry. I understand it's a serious stream subject, and I'm saying stupid shit again.
Lunatics who are like, you support genocide.
This is how you know I don't take Adderall.
Your career is over, buddy, and then you get like super defensive because you're like, I don't support genocide. What are you talking about?
Yeah, especially when you're not used to it. You're not used to backlash. You do something like makeup or whatever. You're not used to being thrown into the middle of this.
And then also like being mobbed by like 100 people telling you the same thing is it's like what you. It makes sense that you would just believe them. You're like, this can't be just made up, right? Like 100 psychopaths.
I don't do that's not the point. It's not that they believe them. Okay, it's that they are feeling pressured and they don't think they're gonna get work anymore. They're doing what the mob is messaging them and they don't care. You know, they just want to make money selling modeling makeup and modeling whatever the fuck they do. Right? They're succumbing to the pressure of the mob. Doesn't mean it's a principled position for them, I guess is the way I would word it.
Thing.
And again, when you're not used to it, that feels like a million people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But to continue, my art, my voice will.
Okay, this is what I was talking about. There's like a bunch of videos just like this.
Well, hello there, sweetheart. Are you lost? Do you need some?
Dude, these are so good. There's so many of them. They're actually the greatest videos ever.
Will always belong to those fighting to live freely and without fear. That's who I create for. That's where my art stays. Apologies to anyone I've offended. Honestly, I didn't have a big problem with it until the last line. He's like, apology to anyone I've hurt or offended. For what? I just was like, okay. But so at this point, it wasn't really a big deal. It was just him.
Somebody needs to make one of those of Kaya, only it's happening to Hasan. Please.
And at least in this one, like he didn't call anybody by name.
Yeah.
He didn't make it about me or about Kitty Glow.
Yeah.
But that was...
that's another one. It's not explicitly shitting on the brand. Like if you have to kind of know who the fuck this is or know what they've worked on to see it.
The first one I saw.
I think he made an effort to remain.
All right, let's get to the next one though.
Research.
He's the Pope.
Oh, actually, hold on. I gotta get my shout out in here. This is crazy. I really appreciate this.
Received your message. You.
I
received your message when you said your message on stream.
Oh yeah.
The day that I was the most upset.
I love Nicholas DeOrio.
I never thought I would hear that. I literally never thought I would ever hear that sentence.
I'll say it. I've been watching your content. I think you're very funny guy.
And I feel like your coverage has been really good on topics that I end up watching. Like you're good with research.
He's the Pope. And I'll say this, Nick, I never thought in a million fucking years I would ever utter these words. Like if you went back 3 years ago or something.
You literally could go back at the other streams.
I know.
I would have never even dreamed that you
I very much appreciate this.
Actually were talented.
I'm never going to beat the allegations, but I do appreciate this.
I'm just being serious.
I always thought he was quick-witted. I mean, even
AB out here who debated me on whether I was racist in the past is like, he was quick-witted. I appreciate that.
Talented. I'm just being serious.
I always thought he was quick-witted. I mean, even though we had different opinions, back then I felt like he was always good on his toes.
I never really tuned in, to be fair.
I
but
avoided because I knew these people don't
Thank you.
like us, so I just never even watched anything.
Just for sanity.
I totally avoided everything.
Which is like the same reason I don't open the Snark server.
Oh my god, dude.
Also, to be fair, Nick,
I'm on the soundboard too. People keep telling me I haven't heard the sound bites, but now I'm hearing them.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Used to participate in some really nasty stuff like calling Hila horseface and stuff.
I did do that.
That being said, water under the bridge. But I'm just saying there was a reason.
My God.
Yeah, but he thought that I wouldn't forgive him or anything, but I actually watch your content pretty regularly now.
I remember I'm like, well, I don't think any of these, I don't think like Hila, Klein, I don't think Ethan, I don't think anyone's gonna forgive me for any of those comments or anything like that.
I think I really.
And then she was watching the stream.
I like DeOrio. I gotta admit it. I'm a DeOrio fan.
You're setting him up though now, because now this is bad luck.
He's gonna turn on me.
Something's gonna happen. You just
and I'll be like,
didn't they do this with Bo Blacks and Tipster?
I always hated that.
All right, I'm hearing a lot about the curse now. Here's the thing. I mean, we're going to disagree on something inevitably. We actually already did. The stream that Hila is talking about, where she heard me say the words about like the Teddy Glow and stuff like that. I mean, I think the biggest issue that we disagree with right now, especially like related to Hasan Piker, is probably the death threat comment. But that was on that stream, so I don't know.
Piece of shit. Pope, more like the popper. Broke.
Okay, this I actually do have a problem with.
Beggar.
Well, hold on. Wait, what did you just say? What? What?
Piece of shit. Pope, more like the popper. Broke. Beggar.
The difference is, though, when I have an issue with any of the stuff that Ethan says, I'm not going to turn around and go like, all right, I figured it out. I just want to say that I stand with the people of Palestine during these trying times, and I disavow the ethno-state of Israel. Like, that's never going to be how I open my argument. My rebuttal to an Ethan Klein-related drama is not going to start with, like, I disavow the state of Israel for... I'm just going to talk about the actual drama.
You like that reference? That was a good play on words? Pope and the popper. Probably do poppers, drug addict.
Okay, first of all, that's a gay drug. He just called me gay, okay? Listen, I know that we play the song heterosexual, okay?
Anyway, nice to see you, Nick. Beat him up with peace and love. What shirt is Ethan wearing? I need it. Are you talking?
Dude, and then beat him ups is in the chat.
You're talking about the jacket, I assume.
Probably. That's
I saw lots of people commenting on the.
I haven't watched Woody in a while, but his stuff's pretty good. Did he ever go back to Nintendo? I used to watch him a lot with Bob.
Lovely texture. It's warm.
Waffle.
The details are beautiful.
I've never seen you with a woman. Good. That means the anonymity is working.
Beautiful. I think it's I think you'll love it. You do buy it.
I pray that you never do.
Where is it? Is it down this far? Oh, here it is.
There it is.
Dip dye waffle jacket. Yeah, this.
All right, let's get back to the thing.
Correct.
I appreciate the glaze, though.
Me
Thank you.
because I really like the model, and we've had some. Well, we like interviewed her or them.
Nicholas,
thank you.
The goat. I appreciate that.
If you ever have drama with H3, just go online and see Kyle.
Oh my god. I was like, Kyle, is that like a reference? And then I heard the TTS voice say it, and it made more sense after. Okay, that made more. Oh, so I guess that's like a way around the TTS. Okay, I got it. Also, yeah.
A while ago for a potential job. That didn't happen, but I was like, when the makeup launches, we're definitely going to work with you because I love your look. And then the photo shoot came up and we were...
All right, Turkey Tom said I need to watch a video as like a palate cleanser before we get into the second person.
So I felt like we had some, like a little bit of a bond there that happened.
She knew you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Not enough.
Not like...
Thank
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate that.
Personally,
weren't strangers.
You know, to a degree. I mean, I don't think they know anything about me necessarily, but, you know, had a few interactions.
Was this the same day or like the next day? I think it was the same day.
I think it was the same day.
Like a couple hours later. Oh, no. I think what happened in the night, I saw that first one.
Right.
And in the morning, I woke up and this was the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
And I was like, great.
Yeah. Oh, my God. This is the one. This is the fucking... It was brought to my attention that the brand owner of the makeup brand that I modeled for is in support of Israel. I am disgusted, to say the least. When I was presented this job, I had no knowledge of this, and I would have said no otherwise. This is like community level of gun to your head. I've always been vocal about my support for Palestine and all the oppressed, marginalized groups under the oppressive system. I know where my heart and core values lie. All photos have been deleted off of my page as I do not align myself with that brand. One mistake doesn't determine my entire identity nor heart, but moving forward, I'll be more diligent about the brands and people I work with. So anyway, she works... Dude, she has like Trisha Paytas pinned on her profile.
Yeah.
So this is one of the
This is like pathetic, degenerate, pandery behavior.
models. She wrote this. Actually, no, I think it's fair to say which one it was, because just so that the other girl who didn't say that, at least it was this model.
Yeah.
Again, this is not a call to interact or harass her, or
No.
not even harass, but just leave her alone, right? That's not my purpose in saying that. To be clear. So here it is. It was brought to my attention that the brand owner of the makeup brand I modeled for is in support of Israel. I find that phrasing so interesting too. It's not even like
Brands aren't going to be hired to aren't going to hire someone to be bullied that can be bullied into disavowing them. So yeah, I think this is like deeply unprofessional. That first person who did that comment probably won't have anything to worry about. Again, I don't know who's going to hire anybody who does stuff like that, but whatever. They might not know. Maybe they didn't know that this person has thrown their previous people under the bus in an extremely unprofessional manner. But yeah, it does sound like kryptonite to employment.
Is in support of genocide. Just
people do the darndest things when they get a shitload of comments that are negative towards them.
In support of Israel. It's like, what does that mean? I mean, she was born there.
Yeah, she's probably a brand risk.
I'm disgusted, to say the least. When I was presented this job, I had no knowledge of this and would have said no otherwise. I've always been vocal about my support for Palestine and all oppressed and marginalized groups under an oppressive system. I know where my heart and core values lie. All photos have been deleted off my page, and I do not align myself with that brand. One mistake doesn't determine my entire identity nor heart. Moving forward,
she's going to have to say that's the next brand that wants to hire her, but kind of backs off or whatever.
And I will be diligent about the brands and people I work with. Now, that's a fascinating statement she made at the end there. But what was your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, that's the one that really wait, what again? I don't know. Yeah, I started to feel so depressed when I saw this one, because it's like, first of all, none of what is said here is true. Second of all, it just makes me feel like anybody that comes close to me then feels like...
And it's like people were messaging, hey, well, actually, the stuff about supporting Israel is actually wrong.
Nick
Ethan and Hila have
insulting
said
me
this,
viciously on Twitter.
and this. It's like, dude...
David Wood is
I
a
get
former
it.
atheist and diagnosed psychopath who converted to Christianity in prison. He debates a lot of Muslims. His channel is huge in the Christian space.
That's crazy.
Sorry, a few mons behind.
Listen, all right, not trying to go after the Vatican here or say anything horrendous about Christians or whatever, but do you really think that that's your guy? You know, with like all of the, you know, like that guy? That's your guy? Look, I know he's not a priest or a deacon, so he's got that going for him, but that's your guy? Okay, I'm sorry, whatever.
Like they have to apologize and be...
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Completely disgusted that they interacted with a Zionist. It's like, I don't know, there's like so many levels to it that...
I think it's not even so much the message, which was very nasty and extremely unprofessional.
And then I didn't even have her phone number, or we weren't following each other, I guess, on Instagram. So I went to try to DM her. I couldn't on Instagram. I had her email and I sent an email, never got a reply back.
And it's probably a good thing for Hila's sake that happened, because if she was willing to make that comment under like getting hate or whatever, the light amount of hate she was probably getting before that, I think she probably would have just dropped whatever Hila sent. Like that would have just been content for the old account.
After this.
Like there would have been no privacy for that DM. That would have hit I would be reading it on stream right now off of that person's account.
But it's not so much the email as it is like, this is what we expect now every time we interact with anybody online. Any partner, sponsor, model, makeup person, literally...
And for the people who say that this would all end if Ethan stopped interacting, do you really buy that? Well, it's his fault for going on this far. Really? Do you not think this is like a higher escalation? I don't know. I don't know how to make it stop, but I don't have a problem with them fighting it.
Anybody we interact with.
I at this point, no, it's not stopping if they stop.
Is like being pressured by a mob of psychopaths to say something like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like almost immediately after the post, someone that Hila knew and worked with, and now it ended up being 3 people from the shoot who made a comment, right?
There were a total of 4 people at this shoot. That's 75%.
Yeah, so...
3 out of like 5 people that were...
Oh, sorry, 5.
There
No, there are
60%.
more.
Two more.
Oh, never mind. Okay, now there's 2 more. All right, percentage is dropping, but this is still significant. But my bad.
Models.
This is, I don't pre-watch this. If I did pre-watch this, I would have looked way smart just now. Now I look like an idiot.
2 assistants.
Or no, there are 3 models. 3 models.
Wait, now it's back to 3 models.
I only saw those 2.
Do I look dumb or not?
Yeah, no. There's another model. 3 models, 2 assistants, hair and makeup, and photographer.
So I mean, it was like half. Immediately, like, I had no idea I was working for an Israeli. I would have never fucking taken the job. Which again, I'm not blaming people for being reactive. I do think it was deeply unprofessional. But I wish people would just learn a little, just be a little more thoughtful. It's like, she did not choose to spawn in. She didn't choose her spawn point, right? Sometimes you spawn in a shitty spot and you get sniped before you even get a chance to move. Like, she did not choose her fucking spawn point. So don't call the person on your team shitty who got sniped immediately for getting a bad spawn point. Do you follow?
Kind of.
Well, it's not even that they were like, it's not like, whoa, I found out this person was born in Israel. It's just misinformation. It's being, they're pro-Israel, they're pro-genocide. Oh, okay, I gotta go make a statement about this. I don't think this makeup artist is critically thinking about what's happening here, right?
I'm saying, I wish people would just fucking stop blaming people for where they're born.
Yeah.
Isn't that common knowledge? Don't we all know? Don't we all know that? Thought we all knew that, right? This girl's kind of big too, though. She has like 100,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a large Instagram model character. So yeah, pretty depressing. I mean, here's another one. Oh, it goes by they. Apologies.
Ethan. Ethan, it goes by they. It's not.
Oh, it goes by they. I'll be more diligent to work.
Ethan, you just got 15 snark posts made about that misspeak. What the fuck?
With
it goes by they.
People that don't support Israel in the future. It's fascinating because.
What's the name of the guy?
The funny part is that's probably going to be in
Nick
50
Oreo.
stupid
Mr.
shit videos
Oreo.
now. The next
on her resume, these are all on the BDS list, but nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck, right, about that. I'll tell you what's the
dude. They're all, look at this BDSM list, locked in, loaded here. Yeah,
craziest one.
Is it Trisha Paytas?
Is that these people work with Trisha?
So that's the next part.
Dude, they need to pull up the highlight reel because Trisha Paytas isn't just like a reprehensible, disgusting freak. Trisha Paytas is also like a Jew fetishizer who is like posting all this pro-Jew content, trying to find the perfect Jewish seed to have their half-Jewish baby.
One of these people works with Trisha.
Yeah. So then after
Trisha's able to go on Broadway. She's able to have sponsorships. She's able to live her life like unfucking bothered by a horde of psychopaths.
And she's like, actually, I'm so sorry for my position. They're like, oh, yes, we get to work with you again. Yay!
Snark got removed for no fucking apparent reason, right?
So the next one is Selena.
I think that Trisha Paytas made a fucking deal with Moloch or something to get her snark removed, get her haters to become her fans, to get all these people to line up to kiss the ground she walks on, to get her career back without any controversy. Dude, she must have like, she has given her like third born son or something in the future to like a demonic entity to have this happen.
And she was the makeup assist. And once I saw her also say that, I was like, okay, I'm
3 now. It's like, it's just.
Yeah, like a couple of years ago, she probably would have looked for like Netanyahu to impregnate her, but thankfully she's just.
I mean,
she's come out of this completely unscathed.
I was telling Ethan, like, I think it's time to just quit everything, like, just disappear from the internet altogether.
Well, Trisha Paytas, I'm going to keep this up because it's important for you guys to know that the people.
Yeah, look at this
who
shit.
are trying to ruin our lives for being Israeli. There's like a massive picture. I don't know why.
Dude, what is that? Oh, yeah, we showed this one.
I don't know why it's not showing up in the Google search. Someone send me this, please. It's been really wild.
Wait, what kind of picture is it?
Now. The third.
Although I'm proud of the looks, yeah. By the way, the makeup is fire. Also, we condemn those who we worked with. It's contributed to this campaign. It's unfortunate to hear about the brand owner and her support of Israel. If I'd known, I would have been a hard pass. I don't think you know now, all right?
Person.
To be clear, though, they didn't pay her to think.
Although I'm proud of the looks I contributed to for this campaign, It's unfortunate to hear about the brand owner and her support of Israel.
Again, like the brand owner and her support, it's like we were there together and interacted, you know. It just feels so weird to then see people talk about me like that. And like not
She was born there, is that what you mean? Like,
no,
I mean,
but like
the fuck?
How about try to reach out or ask me or do some Google yourself? I don't know what's the appropriate thing, but I feel like immediately rushing to make a statement like this about somebody you spent. I mean, the shoot was a long day, a whole day we all spent together. It's very intimate. Everybody feels bonded on a shoot like that.
Yep.
We all had a great day. We loved the photo shoot. Like, so, you know, it feels like crazy to see this.
Well, it just feels like anti-Semitism.
Look, there's no friends in these businesses. I'm sorry. Like, it's unfortunate. It absolutely fucking sucks. And I totally feel for Hila. But yeah, these people are like, everybody's a snake. I don't know. It's kind of blackpilling.
Is the noble racism. Like, there's never been, at least in my world, I'm sure, like, if you go back in the day, people consider probably like racism against black people to be noble, right? In some circles, but it feels like in leftist circles, hating Jewish people is just the noble.
Which is insane, because that was like the majority of their conversations with these far right people are like, you just hate the Jews, you just hate the Jews, you just hate the Jews.
It's okay to.
It's like, no, I'm actually trying to say that I'm against ethno-states, mate. Isn't that something that you're not for? Or whatever.
Be racist.
Nowadays, it sounds like Hasan Piker wrote that argument.
I saw this one post. It was fascinating. I think it was on the subreddit. It was a picture of a woman. It was a tattoo of a woman.
Horseshoe theory, yeah.
With a Nazi swastika tattooed on her arm. It was
All right, Drew. I was trying to channel like a Rand bot there.
Tattoo of a woman tattooed with a swastika on her arm. And the caption was, first of all, I want you guys to know that the client who had this done is not racist, and it's disgusting that you would even suggest that. The problem she has is not with black people, it's with the Jews. And I think that you really should look into it, because there's a lot, you know, there's a lot of legitimate grievances there. So they go, they're not racist, they just hate Jewish people.
This is a real post?
Yeah. I saw a picture of it. It's on our subreddit, I think. It was pretty fucking
Jesus.
Pretty insane.
Well, I don't know if it's a real post just because it's posted on a subreddit, but that's I would struggle to believe that anyone would be able to type those words. That fails my like test
and
in my mind. I would need to see more evidence of that.
Cognitive dissonance.
I'm giving a Mutahari, and that one's got a scroll, dude. That's too stupid.
That I've seen.
That's fucking wow.
Let me try to find it. Oh, you found it. Wonderful. Thank you.
Apparently, this person has unpinned Trisha as of 1 hour ago.
Check this out. Hey, I'm more of a lurker, but a local tattoo posted this on our socials. I'm a bit stunned. This is Australia. Unsure of privacy rules. Okay, well, got nothing to do with me. I can't believe someone would get this tattooed on them and be so ignorant. So check this out. So here is this girl. She's got the SS pin.
You can tell by the fucking style of the art that this girl has blonde hair and blue eyes.
On, and she's wearing a Nazi hat. Kind of looks like Trisha.
No, I don't see that.
Oh.
It kind of looks like Trisha. I'll allow it. It obviously isn't Trisha. It has nothing to do with Trisha. I'll allow it.
Okay. So here's what they wrote.
It looks like if Trisha got a glow up, actually, unironically, and not because of the hat. Actually, it's something that Trisha would wear, to be honest.
To anyone offended by
a couple of years ago, Trisha would wear this hat as a joke, and then you guys, then they would lick it up. Now, a couple of years later.
This, please know, this client is not racist. He has zero issue with people of color. If this tattoo was about that, I would tell him to get the fuck out of my studio. No tolerance for racism here. This, for him, is about the Jews. And then asterisks on the E, because it's a slur, apparently. Don't believe the history you've been taught, and do your research on who runs the world, and not in a good way. So racists, get out.
I love that we both run the world, but also like
that's a fucking crazy
I can't
statement.
Get this harassment of me to stop. You know, if I was running things, I would be able to.
Yeah, isn't that a good
Our
point?
snark subreddit shut down when everybody else in the world seems to have no problem doing it.
Yeah.
This blows my fucking mind.
It's pretty wild, right?
I thought for sure what you were describing was not true.
It's real. No, it's a real post. And
Israel? Did you say Israel? Israel? You support Israel? Do you support Israel? What the fuck? Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. I meant this one. There we go. That was the right one. Sorry.
Gorgeous. People say.
Oh, here's the comments. The Witch of Buchenwald, gorgeous. The art is awesome. 6 million washed and deloused.
Jesus. All right, we can move past this now. There's a lot more on the Teddy Glow thing. Jesus. All right, we'll watch a little bit more here, and then we're gonna move on to covering the Cruel World Happy Mind podcast.
They've been given the platform, the means, the places to influence people who are not as crazy as them, but who are very impressionable, right?
Because I think we agree with all this. At least what we've seen.
It's made a lot of these. Well, I mean, listen, Nazis took over Germany before the internet happened. So I mean, I don't know. This stuff happens, but it does.
Yeah.
Stephen Bradley said, "I'll never know how hard it is to go through this, but in standing strong against this is the greatest lesson you can give your kids. Parents like you are giving me hope that we are not completely screwed. Love you all. Thank you, Stephen." And
here's the Trisha posting. Dude, this person has fucking Trisha, had Trisha pinned, now no longer does. And this is a fucking picture that Trisha has.
so you tell me, what the fuck is this about? Right? Is it still pinned? And then, I mean, here she is cosplaying as an IDF soldier. She came to my
the IDF cosplay.
Passover dinner dressed up as a fucking IDF soldier in a beret, which is psychotic. Actually, I think this is what she wore.
Yeah,
this is what she wore.
Well, it's an IDF soldier with a crop top, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little Jewish.
But we're not going to talk about that, though, because she cried or something and said that it was really tough on her.
Dinner tonight.
It was just bizarre, man.
It was.
Right? Like, we don't. That's not how we walk around.
Watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Oh, look at the bedazzled fucking...
Right? Like, we don't. That's not how we walk around.
Dude, the bedazzled fucking... I can't, dude. I can't.
Just for the record, right?
Abba Sababa? This is ridiculous.
Her love, it all started with the Zohan. Like
That's an interesting point.
I know that she loves that movie.
And by the way,
she was an Adam Sandler.
Again, that is a nice Date Just reference, okay? With the mint green dial. Sorry.
Enjoying Adam Sandler films.
You did.
And then
people tell Hila she's the Raider of Ramallah. Dude, Moses was literally in the military unit. He flew a fucking battle helicopter in the army for 3 years.
The thing also is, like you said, the language keeps getting so vague. Like her support of Israel.
Yes.
Okay, do you care to expand?
Well, she doesn't know. She's literally just getting bullied by a hate mob of people and succumbing to it because she's weak. That's what happened. That's all it is. The person who was there was thinking me, and did not care about you, and it sucks.
I was born there.
It's just a weak fucking person who's now working in industry and who's going to probably struggle to get jobs if they're worried about getting someone on who's going to disavow their owner at the slightest inconvenience. Not owner, sorry, their boss at the slightest inconvenience, or the business owner they're working with.
What about,
do I want everybody there to die? I mean, some people would say that's
everybody here that's now unhappy with the government, or are you guys still supporting America? Like,
I mean,
if America does horrible things, as an American, are you allowed to still care about what happens to America, or care about your family that lives in America?
I mean, that sounds outrageous, but it's the same logic. It's the exact same. I mean, it's even worse because America is,
their owner, Kaya, plates.
That is the shit Israel's doing, which is terrible. America is the dawn of that shit, right? Like 1 million Iraqis killed in distant. I mean, what the fuck, right? but yet you live here. Interesting. Oh, yet you were born here. Racist. People always sidestep this question.
All right, we're gonna jump ahead a little bit, see if there's anything else here that we need to check out. Is there anything here? Yeah, I know they reference the Cruel World Happy Mind thing.
I guess part of her offering to this group of deranged internet activists was stop being friends with Ethan.
Wait, who are they talking about?
Like, Brittany hasn't mentioned the
the Brittany Broski thing.
Genocide. We need, she must be pro-Israel. And so she made a statement after being badgered by it for a while. And I guess part of her offering to this group of deranged internet activists was stop being friends with Ethan. The amount of friends and associates that we've lost, it's unreal. I mean, it's just unreal. It really is. There's almost nobody left.
Well, a lot of these people are it's just optics. It's fuck friendship. I mean, iDubbbz is out here saying you guys weren't friends. And then when it's convenient, he implies that you were in the next video,
Frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the creator space, in the fashion space.
Because the creator space is full of pathetic cowards.
In the makeup space, forget about it. If we launched this a year or 2 years ago, not a year ago, pre-October.
For October 7.
We could have had Bella Porch, Pokimane, all kinds of different friends who we could reach out to and work with on this. These people are not going to talk to us now. And I understand why, clearly. I'm not, and by the way, these people are not like close friends like I was with Brittany Broski, so I don't mean to even really cast blame onto them in that way. But the point is, is that the stigma is there, and it's so strong. And it's literally just because Hila was born somewhere. Because if it was anything else, then why are these people working with?
Dude, I watched Ethan growing up, right? Like in my my high school years, I watched a lot of Ethan. I was feuding with Ethan in 2020, and I'm pretty sure the only thing that we kept saying throughout that, despite all the mean shit we were saying, is that he never went to the, oh, you're mad because I'm Jewish line. Even in like the Keemstar shit, he didn't go around and say, oh, Keem's mad because I'm a Jew, right? And that was something that was very consistent across a decade of different communities not liking him and liking him and not liking him. There might be a reason why he's saying it now. That's all I'm going to say.
Trisha.
And
because we would have people, and if you made a video on Ethan Klein in 2020, 2021, they'd come. You'd have to sit there and either blur a term or whatever, or manually remove them. But people would come in there and they'd be like, well, what else would you expect from a conniving? And then all of a sudden, hide that comment. And that's what we were doing back then, even when we didn't like the guy.
And I cannot stand, like, please don't tell me that is not why.
Because... That's part of the crazy making that anti-Semites.
Oh, you're right. He's hallucinating now. I watched that Cruel World Happy Mind video. Ah, I got it.
Because it is why.
Beginning of time.
Everything that I say doesn't matter. When I apologize, it doesn't matter. They don't hear it. When I say I don't support Bibi and the government,
when
they
you
don't hear
donate,
it.
it's not enough. When you denounce it, you didn't say it right.
We donated. Nobody cares. What did I say? Did I care about my family there?
Yeah, that I don't think people that civilians should be slaughtered. That I think it's a little complicated, right? To say the least, to expect, third generation Israelis to give their fucking property away.
All right. So if you want to watch this is obviously a bit more personal now. I believe there's a couple comments in here about Cruel World Happy Mind. There's also a watch talk for people for people who enjoy that, I think by the Jay Leno segment. Yeah. That's the podcast today, but I wanted to cover the Teddy Glow stuff to update us on our previous story. Now I gotta